Guys, I like the intensity. Line when I blew the whistle, you guys barely make it. You got 2 guys already over here, and the rest of y'all like this. In front of company. That's who you want to be?
Pick it up.
Because it starts with y'all. And it starts with the D-line. That's who you want to be?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's fix that. Let's fix that right now. Let's practice with a certain level of intensity. We understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now let's have a good one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Morning Wood. And yesterday was different because for most of fall camp, you've had to take our word for it. We tell you the energy is different. We tell you the competition is real. We tell you this roster is deeper than ever before. We tell you Coach Prime and his staff are coaching their asses off. But yesterday, Coach Prime opened the doors. Y'all come on in. Come see it yourself. And y'all came. Because despite everything people say about Coach Prime, despite what happened last season, despite the preseason predictions, despite the people who swear they're tired of hearing about Colorado, everybody still wants to see. And Tuesday, they got to see. And one of the biggest things I hope people notice as they attend that open practice was this. This team has options, especially up front. The battle at center is real. Multiple guys, multiple combinations. Everybody getting an opportunity to prove they deserve to be on the field. But here's the thing, that philosophy ain't limited to just the offensive line. Because edge rushers coach George Helow said something that perfectly describes what I've been watching throughout this camp. He ain't worried about depth chart right now. He's worried about a rep chart right now. And I like that. Because a depth chart tells you where somebody is. A rep chart tells you what somebody has been given an opportunity to prove. And Coach Helow's message is simple. Everybody is getting reps. Everybody is getting opportunities. Nobody gets to say, Coach, ain't give me a chance. Coach won't put me in. Nah, you got your chance. Now, what did you do with it? And ultimately becomes right back to that word we've been talking about all camp. Trust. Can they trust you when your number gets called? But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to Coach George Helow.
We're doing good. You know, a lot of guys are getting reps, and it's just good opportunities. We got different personnel groupings, and we're going with 1s, 2s, and 3s. So guys are really doing a good job rushing the passer, stopping the run, playing with good effort. We've been harping on the things, you know, Unc, that we were doing in spring ball really well of running to the ball, playing with the right type of leverage, striking blocks, staying square, knocking guys back. You know, technique and fundamentals is something that's really important to us. We take a lot of pride in that. Guys are straining. Really happy with what we've seen so far. But this, yeah, no doubt. We got competition in our room. You know, I'll just go ahead and tell you, a lot of good players. And, you know, when you have a lot of competition, a guy doesn't have an opportunity to take a play off because we don't call it a depth chart, we call it a rep chart, and that changes week to week. So if you don't like where you're at on the rep chart, you got to do something about it, but you've got to earn the right to play around here. You know, Coach Prime talks about that, and, you know, it doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're a freshman or you're a senior, you have to earn the right for playing time, and that changes week to week. So we've got another hard week of evaluation, and guys just got to step up and make plays if you want to be on the bus.
See, that's camp. Competition ain't controversy. Competition is opportunity. There's a big difference between trying to figure out who starts because you don't have an answer and trying to figure out who starts because you got too many answers. And right now, these coaches are giving these players every damn opportunity to become the answer. But Coach Prime is teaching them something else too. Getting reps, starting ain't enough. Coach Prime wants to know, what kind of teammate are you? And Tuesday, he reached back into his own playing days to make that point. He told the team about one of his good friends from his days with the ATL Falcons. A man most of y'all know today is Goldberg. Yeah, that Goldberg. But before the wrestling championships, before the undefeated streak, before millions and millions of people were screaming his name, Bill Goldberg was a defensive lineman in the NFL, and he was Coach Prime's teammate. Now here's where the story gets good. Goldberg's son, Gage, is now right here in Colorado on this team. And Coach Prime talked about how that young man is showing some of the same qualities his daddy showed years ago. Being a good teammate, standing with your brothers, having somebody else's back. So Prime told a story about Goldberg defending him back in their Falcon days. And Goldberg got fined for it. Now, I ain't gonna steal Prime's thunder and tell his story for him, so y'all listen to this.
This is Goldie's father. Y'all know that, right? Most people know that. We played on the Atlanta Falcons together. And nobody wanted to try Goldie. Goldie wasn't a starter by any means, but he worked his butt off strong as an ox. He used to go in there and just put everything on the third bench in the weight room and just show out. And we used to have wrestling. We used to have wrestling matches in there. And we used to always say, who wants Goldberg? I wish J. was here to validate the story. And nobody wanted to mess with Goldie by any means. In this one game, I ran a punt. And I ran a punt, got about 15 yards, whatever. And they hit me out of bounds. And Goldie was on the sideline. And we were real tight. We used to go everywhere together. He was my dog. Like I always bonded with those least common guys that you would think I would bond with, but he was my guy. And Goldie grabbed that dude on the sideline and tried to kill him because he hit me late, because he was my dog. And he got fined like $5,000. And I said, Gold, I got you, man. Don't worry about it, I got you. And I don't think I took care of him. So I think I owe your dad $5,000. I love that. Then the next thing you know, 7 years later, he turned out to be that. He turns out to be that, but that was always in him. But the outwardness, he was like Gold. He didn't say much. He was not very assuming, but his presence was felt. But he's a hard, darn worker, just like our Gold. Clap up for Gold. That's my
See? That's what I'm talking about. Coach Prime ain't telling that story because he wants these young men running around getting fined. He's telling because there are some things a stat sheet can't measure. Will you stand up for your teammate? When somebody gets knocked down, are you helping him up? When somebody makes a mistake, are you encouraging him or embarrassing him? When somebody gets his opportunity instead of you, are you celebrating him? And when something goes down, does that man standing beside you know you've got his back? See, that's team. And think about the full circle nature of that story. Coach Prime played with Bill Goldberg in Atlanta. Coach Prime built it, being a teammate with Goldberg. And here we are decades later, Goldberg's son is playing for Coach Prime. And now Prime is using the father's example to teach the son and the entire Colorado football team what being a teammate is supposed to look like. Man, football would give you some damn good moments. And there's another word coming out of this camp that I like. Not offense, not defense, but we fence. We fence. Because special teams requires everybody to put the ego down. Receiver, linebacker, DB, running back, starter, backup, freshman, veteran. When the ball gets kicked, we got a job to do. And Coach Prime has already shown you how much he values that part of the game. How so? Well, remember who became his first dog, his first designated team leader, a punter, Damo Greaves, mate. That wasn't an accident. That was Coach Prime telling this football team every job matters. And that brings me to a position group I've been telling y'all about from day one, them damn running backs. I've been telling you that room is special. The talent is there. The competition is there. The energy is there. The scheme, the go-go offense is there. But Tuesday reminded me of something else. Now I understand where some of it comes from. Because listen to their position coach, J Mack, Coach Johnny Mack. After the open practice, after the fans have watched it, and after everybody's gotten their pictures and applause, listen to what this man chose to say to his football team.
Fellas, hey, way to compete today. Way to compete. Coach Barr talked about iron sharpening iron. What I've been seeing over the last few days, all right, defense may win one day, offense may win one day. But that's what's winning championships. All right, we don't want it to be one-sided. We want to be able to compete each and every day. That's what we got to continue to do. We got to continue to work. It's a mindset. All right, defense, I seen a mindset down there on the goal line. Offense, we got to bring that shit. When we get the opportunity, we got to score a touchdown. But I love what I'm seeing. All right? It started last week. Y'all may not understand that, but that shit started last week. And that's what brought us together. Now we're playing like a damn family. All right? We got to keep it going, though. We got to find ways to stack days on top of days. Keep that shit going, dog. Keep competing. Keep pushing one another. The standard is the standard. The work is the work. Let's go.
See, that's why I've been telling y'all to watch that running back room. Sometimes a position group starts looking like his coach. The attitude, the energy, the standard, the expectations, the work. And when you hear J Mack talk, then you watch how those running backs practice. It starts to make sense. Don't just watch who's carrying the football, watch who's coaching the man carrying it. And then practice started to come to an end. And the rain started falling. Now, most of us, rain means it's time to get our ass inside. But Coach Andre Hart saw a teaching moment, because that's what good coaches do. They can turn damn near anything into football. The rain is falling, practice is ending, and Hart gathers these young men and essentially tells them, you are the new beginning. I want y'all to think about that. Not last year's team, not the guys who left, not what Colorado used to be, not what somebody on television predicts Colorado is going to be. You, the men standing right here, you are the new beginning. Let's listen to Coach Hart.
Hey, man, it's a great omen right now, dog, because when rain comes, it means a new beginning. It means new change. It means it's new beginning. It's a new change. And you are the change. You are the new beginning. But every single day, we got to keep sharpening each other. I love it, dog. You give me shit to grade on. We got stuff to talk about. Now we getting better. I mean, we first got back. The first thing I remembered, it was hot in here. It wasn't no air on. It wasn't nothing on. And when it's hot for us, it's what, defense? Good! Offense, when it's hot for you, it's what? Good! Yeah. We like hot. We like tough. Yeah. We like hot. Yeah. We like tough. Because we like winning. You understand? That's what we going to do. Bucks, let's get up. 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 Bucks on me. Bucks on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Man, see, that's fall camp. Because sometimes the most important coaching doesn't happen during the drill, it happens after it. Sometimes it's one sentence, one moment, one coach recognizing that the rain falling at the end of practice gives him an opportunity to put something into a young man's head that might still be there 3 months from now. You are the beginning. That's bigger than football. And that's what Tuesday showed me. This isn't just about finding 22 starters. Hell, you better find 40. 50 dudes you could trust, because somebody's going to get tired, somebody's going to get nicked up, somebody's going to have a bad day, somebody's going to need to come off the field for whatever reason. And when that happens, who next? That's why Helow is talking about a rep chart. That's why Coach Prime is talking about being a teammate. That's why J Mack is demanding more from his room. And that's why Coach Andre Hart is talking about new beginning. And that's why Coach Prime opened the doors for everybody to come watch. And that's why I love that open practice, because there's a certain confidence required to say, come look. Coach Prime didn't invite everybody out to watch a finished product. Hell, we're in fall camp. There are going to be mistakes. There's going to be corrections. There are position battles. There are coaches getting on people's asses. There are young men trying to earn jobs. That's the point. He invited people to watch the build. And for those fans who've been hearing us talk about this team every day, you got your own eyes on it now. You don't have to take old Uncle Neely's word for it. What did you see? Did you see the energy? Did you see the depth? Did you see the competition? Did you see coaches teaching? Did you see teammates being teammates? Did you see players responding? Because see, September 3rd ain't gonna care about anybody's preseason prediction, and Georgia Tech damn sure ain't gonna care. Every day between now and Atlanta is about answering one question: who can Coach Prime trust? Not who has the most stars, not who has the biggest NIL deal, not who has the most followers, not who everybody thinks should start. Who can he trust? Who knows the assignment? Who finishes the rep? Who responds after making a mistake? Who will play special teams? Who will block when the ball ain't coming to them? Who will celebrate when somebody else makes the play? Who has his teammates back? And who takes advantage when Coach Helow puts their name on that rep chart? That's fall camp. So Tuesday wasn't important just because fans got to watch practice. Tuesday was important for a couple of hours. The curtain came down and the public got a glimpse of what we've been watching every day. A coaching staff teaching, a roster competing, young men learning how to be teammates, a running back room developing an identity, players getting opportunities, a team being reminded in the rain that they are responsible for what's coming next. They are the new beginning. Now the doors close again. Back to work, back to competition, back to earning reps, back to being a teammate, back to earning trust. Because the next time everybody gets invited in, there ain't gonna be no practice jersey. There ain't gonna be no do-overs. There ain't gonna be no we'll fix it tomorrow. It'll be September 3rd, Atlanta, GA, Georgia Tech on the other sideline, ESPN cameras rolling. And by then, Coach Prime will know exactly who he can trust. Because it's about trust and relationship. Just trying to put you up on game. Uncle Neely, Morning Wood. Let's get it.